You might start living in your car to save money, and you will save some, you will save rent. But it's not cheap. It's gonna be expensive too. I've been living in my car for 2 years and it hasn't been cheap. Hi everybody, my name is Cici. I'm 37 years old, about to turn 38 this spring. I hate that. I've been living in my car for the past 2 years. In my last video, I explained how I ended up homeless. I am also a terrible YouTuber because right now, well, it's dark already and I have to hold my phone in order to get a little bit of lighting on my face. This is not going to be an easy video to make because of the lighting and holding that lamp thing, but we're going to do it, you guys. We're going to do it. Oh my gosh, maybe I could get a little bit of lighting if I put my face outside. Yeah, but the neighbors... Let's talk about my car. It was expensive and I want to be clear about this. I know I am lucky that I have a car. A lot of homeless people are sleeping on the streets. It's not my case. I have a car. I feel blessed for this. I used to say that this is my lowest point, but I am aware that there is a lower level, the streets. So yeah, I love my car and obviously that's not an expense I regret. It costed money though. It costed some money. We're gonna talk about money in this video. Okay, so first you have to buy the car. Add any warranty to this. I also bought a GPS tracker that costed $700 in case my car gets stolen. It is a tracking system that works with an app and there's a device that is costly, that is hidden in my car. Yeah, it was $700. My car insurance costs $129 a month. It's a monthly expense. Then, here in the US, you have to register your car to the DMV every single year, you guys. That's insane. Last time I paid for my car registration, it was $267, and that happens every year. There are more costs when you own a car, such as maintenance costs. I go to Jiffy Lube, I know nothing about cars, and I know that when you're a woman and you go somewhere, they think you're dumb, which I am when it comes to cars. Like, I'm not gonna pretend I know anything about cars, so I always wonder, do I pay more than I should? But anyway, I go to Jiffy Lube. They do oil changes, they inflate the tires, they did more maintenance last time, they changed the air conditioning filter. This is more or less a yearly cost for maintenance, and you knock on wood that you're not gonna break your car or that it's gonna stop working out of the blue, because then how much is it gonna cost to fix it? So right now I'm touching on wood, you guys, I'm touching on wood. There's also basic stuff such as windshield washer fluid. I just bought a bottle. I'll try to make a short video because I'll have to do it myself. I've never done it before, you know, like refill. There was the cost, obviously, of the washer fluid, but it's also going to cost me energy because I'm going to have to figure out how to fill that thing up. But we're going to do it, and I will show you guys on YouTube if I managed. All these costs were for buying the car, obviously, insurance and maintenance. But you guys, your car is not going to run on hope. You need to put gas in it. Do you know how much gas costs in California? Do you have any idea? Does somebody know? Raise your hand in the room. Can you raise your hand? How much does gas cost in California? How much does it cost? I wish I were an early bird, but I am not. And now I'm here with no lighting holding that lamp. Do I love that? No. You are going to spend more gas living in your car than living in a house. Way more gas. Way more gas. You're constantly driving. And driving requires gas. So you're driving because you have to rotate spots all the time. You limit it to 2-hour parking everywhere. You are constantly chasing shade in the summer because the sun moves so fast in the sky. And you have to understand that summer starts in March and it lasts until November in California. So you're constantly chasing shade. And then you're driving places. You're driving to the grocery store because you do not have a fridge. So you have to go to the grocery store at best once a day, more often twice a day. You have to drive to the gym. You have to drive to the library. You have to drive to your sleeping spot. You're also going to be driving just for the sake of turning the AC on. It's a nightmare, guys. The list goes on, really, with the driving thing. So be prepared to spend money on gas. If you have an electric car, I would say you're a genius. If you have an electric car, I would say you're a genius. Because people are going to think you're rich. So, for example, let's say you have a Tesla. They're going to assume you're rich. So they're going to be less suspicious about you. And you're going to save so much on gas. And it's so quiet. I love electric cars. Really, I do. My car is not electric. I pay gas. I had to buy a lot of gear. Guys, when you live in your car, you're gonna have to buy stuff that you would have never needed if you lived in a house. I had to buy a power station. I had to buy window covers that are custom made because they need to fit on your windows. That one is a big one. There's a short that shows how I destroyed my car. Just have a look. Guys, I had to tear the carpet out. This was not necessary, but I'm a germaphobe. I wanted to be able to wash my floor easily, so I literally tore the carpet out. It took me a month, you guys, a month of crazy work. I had to buy cork and linoleum flooring to replace it, and of course a bunch of tools. The value of my car dropped big time with this crazy project. How do I start to explain this? First of all, the result is awful. That linoleum flooring was just, cut in small pieces, and then I just used tape to make it stick to the floor. I removed all the seats, you guys. All the seats. I have one seat left in my car. It's the driver's seat, obviously. I removed all the seats and I had to throw the seats away because I don't have a storage unit. Do you have any idea of how much the value of my car has dropped with that crazy move? But I had to, guys, because I've been talking to some subscribers and they've told me, oh, I'm homeless too. I live in my car. Some sleep on the streets. I feel so bad. I'm always like, good luck, man. Some of them don't have a build in their cars. I don't know how they do it. I need a bed. Like, I have back problems. It hurts. My back hurts if I don't go to the gym every day and if I don't sleep in a bed. I cannot sleep on a chair. I don't know how people do that. I could do that in my 20s, but you guys, I'm not in my 20s anymore. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I need a bed. So it was worth it, but yes, it was costly. When car living, you're constantly losing things, then replacing them. So you're constantly buying things that you lost. Stuff gets damaged because it gets crushed under a mountain of clutter, and then you end up having to replace it. I had to replace my dashcam cable twice. My kettle broke. That bed is broken currently, and I keep fixing it with tape. I'm not going to replace the full bed. One day I'll have to. But do you have any idea how much tape this lifestyle is costing me? The amount of tape I'm using because of that lifestyle? My biggest fear right now is this computer. This is expensive and it's not an item that is just sitting on a table safely in a house. No, it's in my car. Something might end up crushing it. And with the temperature swings, it's cold in the winter, it's hot in the summer. I'm worried about the components. So currently, this is my biggest fear. It's having to replace that computer. Okay, that cute hot body needs food. So food is expensive, very expensive nowadays. Again, 2026. The issue is I don't have a fridge. Some car lifers have a fridge. I do not. I have like a stupid cooler that is not cool. I'm constantly driving to the grocery store. It's like back and forth to the grocery store. I'm forced to buy small portions, which are more expensive, and I'm not able to save on leftovers and just cook. Cooking is cheaper. I eat only one meal a day. My stomach got used to it. It's a good way to save money. I'm fine. I just snack all day long, like peanut butter and some apple, chocolate, cheese, and then I'm gonna have dinner. So it's one meal a day. Honestly, I would be way too lazy anyway. And it's not even laziness. It's just a lack of energy because this lifestyle is so exhausting that I would not have the energy to eat 2 times a day. It's a hassle. Finding food, dealing with cutlery, plastic cutlery. Well, that's another thing that costs a lot of money. It's plastic cutlery because I cannot wash the dishes as well. Cups. I'm constantly using disposable cups. Wipes, super expensive. Car living is so tiring. When you're tired, you're gonna end up spending more money because your brain doesn't want to fight, It goes for the easiest solution. Your brain is so exhausted that if you can solve a problem and there are 2 options, one is easy, the other one is difficult, you're gonna pick the easy one just because you're exhausted. And the easiest option is always the most expensive. But you don't have the energy to do what's harder. Just a random example. You buy an item and you discover it's damaged. Do you think that when you're living in your car and you're exhausted, just surviving the whole day, you have the energy to deal with customer service and ask for a refund on that item? I don't think you do. I don't. Dealing with customer service, I just don't have the energy. What am I gonna do then? I'm gonna let it go, buy a new item, and that money is simply gone. Rent is so crazy nowadays that car living is definitely cheaper than living in a house. You don't pay rent, you don't pay utilities, but there are many hidden costs tied to this lifestyle that slowly eat into the money that you saved on rent. I was talking about items that constantly break. These lights, made in China, they cost $30 and they're probably worth $2 for manufacturing. I am right now going to keep it real. It's not just theory. I'm going to show you how much energy this is going to cost me to set up those new lights that I had to buy because these little stores, you see these little stores here, they broke. Why did they break? Because I was moving bags and you see these remotes, well, it got crushed into 2 bags. It was instantly decapitated. Right now I need to remove the stars and set up the replacement, so we're gonna do it. This is gonna be a little vlog in this very dark vehicle. I wish I were a better YouTuber, you know, but I'm not. I'm not an early bird, you guys. I'm a night owl, so I end up here with no lighting. But anyway, we are going to use a pair of scissors, and despite those nails, we're going to try to do some handiwork right now. So this is the one that, okay. So I was a little bit surprised because when I bought the green ones, I want them to bring me luck. Oh my gosh, this feels like Avatar, you know? When the Navis are nearby their goddess, Awa, they're like, Awa, Awa, you are a goddess. You are the source of life. They're so hooked on Awa in Avatar, and I don't know why, but it looks like the source of power, energy. Goddess energy. Those are supposed to bring luck, so I bought them just because I'm gonna need luck. So these clovers are supposed to bring luck. I need luck in my life, you guys, because I'm not lucky right now. I'm just surviving, so I just bought them just thinking, okay, we're gonna manifest. Awa, bring luck to my life this year, please. Awa. So I don't know if these ones I am going to detach them or keep them like this and just hang them. I think it's not too bad. I haven't decided yet. I will detangle these ones though, and I will set them straight on the ceiling. Yeah, they're amazing. They're the best I've ever bought so far. Like the quality for once, it doesn't look like Chinese cheap product. Look, they're pretty good. Look. No, they're good. For once, they're good. I hope they last longer. But you know what happened is that these got decapitated. So there was nothing to save. Like, well, like, broke its neck. This costs money, you know, because you need to just give up on things that should have lasted longer. But the lifespan of items in your car is much shorter than it would be in a house. I want to take this little moment here to thank all the new subscribers to my channel. Guys, thank you so much. I love you. Thanks for rooting for me. Thank you for the support. So thanks everybody for subscribing, for rooting for me. This lifestyle sucks, and I really hope that in 2027, because I don't count on 2026 to bring, you know, a big change in my life. I know that it's not gonna happen because time flies so fast anyway. My situation is not gonna get fixed. I would need a lot of money. Like I would need to win the lottery to get out of here in 2026, and I'm not gonna win the lottery. The odds are too low. Ow! The odds are too low for me to win the lottery. I'm putting this on my legs. Maybe I'm gonna get more lighting. The odds of winning the lottery are so low that I know that it's not this year that I am going to get out of poverty. Did I have to change the battery pack of the camera right now? Yes, I did have to do that. I'm exhausted. So this is what's left. Money lost, it's fine, it's fine. And now we're gonna go to the next task. Make sure that the remote is accessible. I usually put the remote here, but it's been broken so many times I don't trust it anymore. I think it would be maybe safer here. Do you have a normal life? because I do not have a normal life, as you can see. That's what my life consists of. Dealing with things like this instead of being productive with my life, because I do not consider this productivity, you know, it's just a waste of my energy. This is gonna take me at least 30 minutes, just for one of those. I do not have the patience to do the other ones today, so this is not gonna be for today. If I'm done in 30 minutes, I'll consider myself lucky. 30 minutes of fighting with those safety pins, because those nails are not really compatible with doing this task. And honestly, I'm not using a good technique. I just want to mention how much I think they're great. If I have to buy a replacement, which I will have to do because they break constantly, I'll buy the same. They're beautiful and they're very bright, which I need because this car is always so dark. People have mentioned the lighting a lot in my videos. They've told me, oh, the lights are so cute. And you have to make your car cozy, you know, when you're car living, life is gonna suck. So at least make your car cozy. It is gonna help, to be honest. The coziness is helping. You know, just for your mental health. Oh my gosh. What are you doing with your life? Because this is what I'm doing with mine. What are you doing with yours? What are your days looking like? There's another thing that I'm not mentioning right now, but people can see me from the outside because I haven't put the window covers so pedestrians can see me. I have many times in the past mentioned that doing this when you're young is gonna be possible, not gonna be enjoyable, but gonna be possible. But imagine having to do that in your 70s. When you have back and neck problems, I'd be like, can I just sit in my chair and read a book instead of doing that?
Look how cute they are.
They're so cute. I love them. It's the first time that I have a crush. Look how pretty.
Awa. This is white awa. We had the green awa. This is the white awa.
This is gonna sound crazy, but for once I'm glad that the other lights broke because I prefer these ones. And who knows, maybe the clovers will bring me luck. Who knows? I could have done this during a vlog, like showing a day in my life, but I thought it would be a great opportunity during this video to do that because it shows you practically that I have to change things all the time and replace things all the time in this vehicle. So this is not just a theoretical video, but also a practical video about money and having to replace everything all the time. Guys, did you notice how fast January flew by? I can't believe this is February already. This is crazy. I'm dreading the summer. I'm dreading the summer because it's gonna get hot again. Do I want this like that? Yeah, maybe I do. Look. Well, this is the final result. This is where the remote control is. I think I told you that people can see me from the outside, right? It's very awkward, so we're gonna stop doing this video.
That apple looks absolutely gorgeous. What do you think?
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you later. See you in the next one. Thanks so much for your support. Take care, guys.
I love you. I love you so much. I love every single one of you. Love you.
I like to kiss you at the end of every video because the other day I even, made a short out of the kiss and I was like, I'm gonna kiss you. I'm gonna kiss you. Thank you. Thank you for watching the video.
I'm gonna kiss Awa as well. Awa, you have the power of nature. Pandora. Awa, you are the goddess of nature. Awa.
Bye, guys.
I'm gonna kiss you close as I promised. Bye, guys. I love you.